Hello guys and welcome. In our today's episode, we are looking at how to become a successful public speaker. How to make a successful public speaker. And public speaking or a public speaker is an important person in people's lives, and almost every person is for every person it is important to master or to know the skill of public speaking. The skill of public speaking, it is very important because in almost everyone's daily life we encounter a situation whereby you need to address a group of people which we refer to as an audience. And a public speaker is a person who has the art of effective oral communication with an audience. A public speaker or public speaking is the art of effective oral communication with an audience. And public speaking skills helps someone to demonstrate knowledge and can help you succeed in your career. It can help you a lot to succeed in your career. It is a very important skill and can help you succeed a lot in your career. It helps to demonstrate knowledge. It is very easy for someone to point out a good person, a good leader, by just watching them in a public speaking platform. And for you to become a successful public speaker, there are some few things you should at least have in mind. There are some few things you should master with yourself. And one of the things that you should do to become a good public speaker is to watch great public speaking people as they present. Try as much as you can. Watch, even if it is from the television. Try to watch great people give speeches. Read some stories of great public speakers, people who have been doing great speeches with other people or with an audience. This will help you to understand or to know the skill that you need to have in public speaking. Number 2, it is important for you, when you want to become a good public speaker, it is good to take public speaking classes. It is good to take public speaking classes. Okay, fine. There are some people who are born with a skill. To them, it's like a talent of public speaking, of speaking in talent, of speaking in public. There are some people who are born with some talents, and so for them, they don't necessarily need to attend a class or need to watch great people speak. They are just born leaders in public speaking. But if you want to master it, if you want to become better and better, it is good to take classes in public speaking. This helps you to build confidence and get skills as you learn about the skills, as you learn the tactics, as you learn the technology that is available in public speaking. There are some good public speakers who can talk to people very well, but attempt to give them some technological items to use, like just a simple mic, and they get nervous about it. They get irritated. Yeah, they get confused about the gadget. So it is good to take classes, because with the classes you will be in a position to find equipment, technological equipment in class. You will be taught how to use them, and you will be in a position to troubleshoot them, just in case you are in the process of giving a speech and then it gets a technical problem. You will also get used, especially in a class scenario, because in class it's where you can be able to practice a lot and practice with many items. You'll be in a position to take many samples, because nobody maybe is supervising you. You are learning. You'll be able to sample out many equipment that are in place and be able to know how to use them effectively. And number 3 is that when you want to become a good public speaker, it is important to relax your body. Make sure that you are relaxed. Don't be nervous. You can't be nervous and talk to people. Remember, one of the necessary skills when you are doing a public speech is to face your audience. Maintain an eye contact with your audience. When you are maintaining an eye contact with your audience, it creates confidence, number 1. It helps the audience in following you, following what you are saying, following your lips, reading your lips, reading your face, your facial expressions. Because in communication, it's not only sound that will make the audience understand what you are saying. Your facial expression will communicate a lot. Your lips will communicate a lot as you talk. Some people might not hear well what you are saying at some point, but they will communicate by following your lips. They will be able to understand by looking at your facial expression what you are saying, So that eye contact is very important when you are talking to the audience. So to be able to know that you will succeed in this, then it will require you to be very relaxed. It also builds the confidence when you are relaxed, and your audience will see the confidence in you, the confidence in what you are saying, and they will possibly take their time to listen to you. So it's good to maintain proper posture, make eye contact with the audience, and move in ways that are natural. Don't pretend. Just because you are talking to the public, don't pretend. Be natural. Be who you are. Don't fidget. Don't do fidgeting like always pressing your fingers, making sounds with your fingers, always maybe touching your eyes, or making some unnecessary movements which are not you. Be natural. Relax your body. Be natural. Maintain your posture, and avoid fidgeting. This being natural allows the audience to see you as the person you are. Remember, sometimes some people may know you very well. So even when you pretend that you walk by bouncing, or you are always maybe scratching your beard when talking, or so, or pressing your fingers, making some unnecessary noise, eating your fingers, and you are talking to them, they know this is not you, and they know that you are pretending, or you are trying to make to be not yourself. So be yourself by maintaining the proper posture, by making an eye contact, and moving in ways that look natural to you. Moving in ways that look natural to you. Then number 3, practice voice and breath control. Practice voice and breath control. Remember, when you're going to make a public speech, it's not something you just wake up and one day without even planning for it, and then go to the people and start talking to them, not unless it is just very urgent. So it's good to prepare early in advance. Try even breathing in before you start off, outside the audience, at the back of the stage, behind the curtains. Try to breathe in, breathe out several times, like 10 times, so that you at least try to find your composure, yeah, by breathing out, making sure that your clothes is in order, your zip is done, your buttons for the shirt is done, yeah. And then when you come out to the audience having prepared in that way, you will be in a position to be composed and talk to your audience without being nervous. Yeah, without being nervous. It is also advisable to keep a pace while presenting. Yeah, don't be too slow than it's normal, like you are like being forced to talk. Neither don't be too fast to talk. When you are too fast to talk, you will mix yourself. You will even mix the items that you want to talk to with the people. Yeah, you will create confusion. You will start repeating. You will probably start repeating yourself. So just find your composure. Be very well composed. Avoid being nervous and maintain pace. Don't talk too fast, neither too slow for your audience to hear or understand what you are saying. So being composed and keeping a steady pace, talking pace, helps you to calm your nerves and allows the audience to better understand what you say. And it helps you in controlling your breath, and it helps you in controlling your breath. You can also practice your composure by using your stomach to push in and push out your lungs. It's also good to take some 10 slow deep breaths. By that, pushing in some air, pushing out slowly without making the audience notice it. It helps you to avoid being nervous. It helps you to keep the composure. It helps you even in maintaining the pace when talking to the people. Sometimes you may allow yourself to be a little bit loud if it is necessary. Sometimes you be not very loud. Reduce your voice so that you at least make some people be alert and be able to listen to you. When you are too loud, people might get tired very fast. The minds of people might get tired very fast. When you are too low in talking, some people might get bored and start sleeping. So you should be able to know what your audience know about it, and then use the right voice, whether loud or low in tone when talking. So when you want to make a good public speaker, it is also important to prepare a series of notes for your presentation. Prepare a series of notes. Make a note. You can even have a notebook like this one of mine. Carry a notebook with you. It's not a crime. Yeah, it helps you be able to arrange your points in a chronological order. Maybe beginning with the one you feel it is very important for people to get to know before they get tired. Going to the last one. Maybe the last one could be about emphasizing your speech. So it's not wrong to have a notebook or a piece of paper or a sticky note where you've arranged your points, so that you can be referring from there, so that you have an order of approaching your points. Yeah, you know how to arrange your message well to be received by the people you are talking to. So there are some people who are good enough, well, depending on their understanding of the topic, that they can give a very long speech without referring anywhere. But it's not a crime. It's not a crime. Even in preaching, we see the preachers always referring to the Bible, going to the Bible to refer to a certain verse. Yeah, so it's not a crime. We also see big people like presidents referring to notes when talking and addressing the nation. So it helps you to be composed. Don't pretend to know a lot, yet you go there, stand in front of the people, then talk of things which are not important, or you forget some points which you wanted to put across to people, only to remember them later when the meeting is over or when your time is over. So it's always good to arrange your points, put them on a piece of paper or on a notebook like this one, or on a sticky note, so that you can have a way of approaching your speech for your audience to get it well. Yeah. So number five, when you want to become a successful public speaker, when you want to become a good public speaker, it is advisable for you to know your audience. Get to know your audience early before you go to give the speech. This will help you tailor your speech or your message to them. When you are talking to children, for example, your speech is about children, it is good to know early in advance. This will help you know how long your speech will be taking before you bring in an interlude. If you talk to children for a long time without an interlude or without bringing in some joke, they will get tired very fast. So knowing your audience, it's important. If you are talking to old people, you should know or you should tailor your message not to be very long. Their minds get tired very fast. When you are talking to teenagers, it is good to know early in advance. You should know the kind of stories that teenagers want. You should know the current slang in the estate or in the area you are talking, or depending on the age you are talking to, because by bringing that joke that is relevant to their age, they will get attention. They will be very attentive because they want to listen to the joke. Otherwise, you should make the speech to have those intervals of a certain maybe joke or a certain maybe different kind of a talk which will make them be alert. Number 6, it is important when you want to become a successful public speaker you should be able to add some audio and visual aid equipment. Audio and visual equipment can include things like a projector. When you are having a projector, you will be able to show some examples of the things you are talking about, images of the things you are talking about. And it is important for you not to include a lot of wording. Let your visual object not be so wordy. Just use graphs, use images or photos of what you are referring to, of the example that you are giving or that you are about to give. This will help you, for example, a PowerPoint presentation. It will make you remember or be able to make some key points while you are in a better position to engage your audience. It helps you to also engage your audience. When they see the images, they will relax. They will even be able to relate what you are talking about very easily when you use visual images like a projector to project some of the images or to show some of the images that you are referring to or that your speech is about. Make use of graphs, make use of images, make use of photos, and avoid being too wordy in your images or in your presentation. Number 7, for you to make a good public speaker, it is always good to rehearse your speech early before going for the presentation. Make sure you rehearse. Make sure you practice it. There is this saying that goes that practice makes perfect. In practicing, you will be able to know, you will be able to master some of the keywords that you are to use. You will also get some research. You will be able to do some research and of the some of the phrases that you are about to go and talk about, so that you will not mix yourself by maybe misinterpreting them. You will also be in a position to know some of the phrases, some of the examples that you will use in your presentation. It also makes you, rehearsing makes you get confidence, have confidence, and be more comfortable when giving your talk in front of the audience. To make a good public speaker, number 8, to make a good public speaker, it is good to always record your speech. When you are going to make a presentation, carry with yourself a digital camera and know how to make use of it well, so that you record yourself when presenting. You can also approach a friend or your technician or your camera person to do the recording for you, to do the video recording for you of you when presenting. This recording, when you record yourself when giving the speech, it will make you, or you will be able to go and have a look at your presentation later. When you look at the presentation that you made, you will be able to see where you made some mistakes, where you may be fidgeted, where you maybe made unnecessary movements that you are not representing yourself. It will also make you see the audience, the body language of your audience, so that at a time when you took a lot of time talking or using your visual aids to present, you can see how they reacted. Were they bored? Were they happy? Did they appreciate your visual aids that you used in presentation? And this information will help you a lot to be able to rectify where you did not get right. You can even look for an honest friend. You can invite, number 9, you can invite number 9, you can invite a friend. Invite a honest friend. A honest friend to come and listen to you or look at you, watch you when presenting. That honest friend of yours, you will be able to tell him or her, kindly tell me how the presentation was. Did I present well? Was I nervous? Did I bore the audience? Were the audience listening? By the way, you are the one seated next to them. Could they have been complaining at the back when I was not hearing? Did they appreciate the message? Was the message driven home? So that honest friend of yours will be able to tell you that. Even for big and successful speakers, they use these examples we are outlining here. They do use cameras to record themselves when presenting. Yeah? They also invite people to come and listen to them. They may not be people interested in their presentation, but they just call them as special friends to come and listen to them, so that after presenting, they can help them in knowing how the presentation was. What mistake could I have made when presenting? Was I able to be heard at the back? Was I too loud? Did I pretend by making unnecessary movements which were not natural to me? Yeah. Was my visual aids helpful? Did the audience appreciate it? So your honest friend will be able to tell you all this. So to be a successful public speaker, you should put your pride aside and be able to call a friend who is honest to you and listen to the friend as he or as she gives you a postmortem of your presentation, so that you can be able to change by improving or by maintaining your presentation style. Number 10, to make a good public speaker, to make a good public speaker, it is important for you to take public speaking classes. Take public speaking classes. This will help you in improving the ability to speak and present to audiences. Yeah. As I said in the beginning, there are some people who are born with the talent. They can just give a speech and be very successful in it. But even for the best ones, it is good to take classes. Technology changes with the time, and the people listening skills changes with the time. And it is always good to learn and get to know how best you can be able to accommodate every person. You will be presenting to different people with different experiences. Some are very new to speeches, some are very experienced, some are learned, some are not learned. So for you to develop that knowledge, it is always good to take some classes. It could be a class you take yourself, maybe from the YouTube, or from books. You read books, or by listening to some experienced public speakers. It could be also by enrolling into a class, public speaking class. Yeah. Or you could be an online public speaker like myself, yeah. Yes. So if you are an online public speaker like myself, you are an online teacher like myself, then you can just enroll for online classes optionally, so that you learn about the public speaking skills. Public speaking or public speakers are managers in a way. They are kind of human resource managers in a way, that they manage people how by talking to them and making them listen to their speeches. So you should be able to know these tactics every time. You should be able to know how to manage people so well. You should be able to know the psychology of different people, psychology of children, psychology of teenagers, psychology of middlemen, and psychology of old people, because you never know at what time you are talking to what group. You should know all of them so that you accommodate each group, just assuming that you are talking to a certain group at a particular time, and at some other times you might have all these people in one room, in one sitting. So you should know how to accommodate each of them at every hour of need when you are talking, or at every minute of need, or at every time of need when you are talking to them. Yeah. It also helps you in building confidence, because as you learn, you will be learning from experts, and in that class of yours, you are learning with your peers. The people you are learning with in your class are your peers, and every person has his or her own experience, and so you are learning from every other person. And for learners, every day is a learning time. Every day you learn. So we were about public, how to become or how to make a good public speaker. It was our main topic at this junction, and we have said that, or we have outlined so many points about public speaking, the last one being taking a class. And just as we've said, if you don't mind, you can also take some online classes for virtual speakers or for virtual presentations. You can take an online class, or a virtual class, because some of the presenters, some of the public speakers, some of people present virtually, they present online. So in such a case, you can take some online classes for public speaking, and these classes will give you good information and a lot of experience. It is a class you can take on your own, so that you can even download some videos, so that you can repeat videos as many times as you want, compared to a class whereby maybe when a teacher said something and you've not gotten whatever the teacher said, maybe it's done. So with the virtual classes, you can download them, you can always go to the internet and get the classes. And so that's all about how or to become or how to make a successful public speaker. I know this information for sure. It is very important. It is very important in our daily lives. We are almost public speakers in every scenario. Even at your home, you are a public speaker as a parent. You talk to your children, you talk to your family, so you should know how to talk to them. This is a group of people, so you should have those skills to talk to people, to communicate to them. You should have that knowledge of communication so that you can be able or you can be a good presenter of your issues to them. So thank you for listening, and remember to subscribe to our channel. Our channel is a rich one. It is rich in information, ranging from business ideas, technological ideas, creativity, and venture, education, and motivation. We all have this summed up together, and so by subscribing to our channel, you'll be able to get plenty of information from it. So I invite you and I kindly request you to subscribe, like our channel, share to your friends, comment, click on the notification bell so that every time there is a new video, you are able to be notified and be able to watch it. You'll be able to be updated on our videos, which are very rich in information. Yeah, so subscribe to our channel. Be the first to know, because we are uploading videos every other time. Actually, as we talk, there is a video which is premiering, and it is just about to go online. So be the first to know by subscribing, by liking, by being on the notification on notifications, by clicking on the notification icon, the bell like icon for notification. So subscribe kindly, may be our follower, to be able to know of new things, new ideas as they come by. Yeah, so welcome.